we're talking about today. Vaporshark DNA. It's a pretty nifty little device. And when I say nifty little device, I mean little. It's tiny. I had seen a couple videos, a couple pictures, size comparisons and everything, but you honestly don't believe how small it is until you hold it in your hand. It's ridiculous. Let's see, do some size comparisons. Here is a picture, not a picture, fluid bottle. Just your average 15 ml bottle. It's actually taller than the Vaporshark DNA. That's ridiculous. The picture that is the little thumbnail for the video is a picture next to a 10 ml bottle with my dripper attachment. It's just ridiculous. Alright, so now we're up close and personal with the Vaporshark DNA. We'll start from top to bottom, not including the tank. This Vaporshark DNA is 2.9 inches tall, 1.4 inches across, and 0.7 inches deep. It's got a 1200 milliamp battery. It's made out of cast zinc aluminum alloy. It's got a micro USB charging port, which I will go over and show you about that. It's right there. And let's see if there's anything else that I'm missing. Say it weighs 4.5 ounces, which I have noticed to be incorrect. It's more along the lines of 2.5 ounces. But who's to split hairs? Alright, so from top to bottom, you got your standard 510 connection, and it's got some air slits built into the box, which is nice. It is flush mounted. It's the pin is not spring loaded, so if you have any recessed 510 connections, you're not gonna be able to put them on here. The button is a nice clicky button. Let's see if we can get that. Hear that? Nice clicky button. As you can also see, when you click it, it lights up. And it is bright. Watch this. Bam! Whoa. It is bright. It is so bright, it is making my camera go out of focus. Alright. Nice clicky button. A lot of people are upset that it's made out of plastic. I don't personally care. Just due to the fact that it works so well. I can hit it from the side, either side, the top, bottom, other side, and it fires every time. It does have a little bit of wiggle room. I don't know if you can hear that. But, hey, what can you say? I didn't design this. So, coming down from the button, you have your plus and minus buttons. That's the fire button right there. Plus and minus buttons. These are the buttons that are going to, these three buttons right here run the DNA 20 board. Obviously this fires, click it 5 times, it locks the DNA 20 board. Once you're in the lock mode, you can access all the features of the DNA 20 board. So you got your minus and your plus. Now, the way it comes to you is the screen is actually inverted. I inverted it. I'll go ahead and change that so you can see what it looks like. Oh, wrong way. So it comes in write mode. Alright. So you're vaping it, and there's the screen. I didn't like that, and this is why. The buttons are right here to go up and down. And you would think, looking at it like this, that this would be your up button, and this would be your down button, because this one's on top, and this one's on the bottom. That's wrong. When you're looking at it like this, in its default mode, the way it comes to you, the button on top is your minus button. And the button on bottom is your plus button. I don't like that. So, what I did, you lock it, you hold down the fire button, and you hold down the plus button. You'll see it says write mode, and after about 5 seconds, it'll turn to left mode. So now, it's upside down. But wait, when you flip it over, the plus button is on top, and the minus button is on bottom. That makes more sense to me. Alright, another feature you can access while we're talking about the features. When it's in locked mode, if you hold down the fire button, hold on the minus button, you see it says normal mode, and then it's going to switch to stealth mode. And what that means is when you're vaping it, it's now unlocked. See, the button is firing, but the screen's not on. So, and with this device, that'll help a lot. And since the screen is on the bottom, when I hold it, the screen protrudes from the bottom of my hand. So if I want to stealth vape, turn it into stealth mode, cover up the button completely, and you can't even tell when I'm firing, but you can hear it. I'll even put my tank back on there so you can hear it firing. Definitely is firing. Yup. So to get it back out of stealth mode, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's locked. And do the same thing again. Hold the fire button, hold the minus button, it's in stealth mode. You're going to see it switch to normal mode right there. And now you can see the screen, but it's still locked. So you click it 5 times, the screen lights up, and alright. Now, I said I was going to talk about the charging port. I think this was a smart idea on Vaporshark, micro USB, and you plug it in, and watch this. Bam. Light. There is a red indicator light saying you are charging your Vaporshark DNA. A lot of other DNA 20 mods don't have that feature. You just kind of gotta guess and say, I really hope my DNA is charging right now. I know the Opus D, that's one of the biggest complaints. You plug it in and you're just like, I hope it's charging. I guess I'll come back later and find out. But this one, LED indicator light, it's red when it's charging and it turns off like that. Obviously with this still plugged in, but it turns off when it's fully charged. That's pretty much it. While I have you in this mode, I want to show you that you can see remnants of the Vaporshark DNA logo. It did say Vaporshark right here, and it did say DNA right here. I bet you're wondering why it doesn't say it anymore. Because it peeled off. Just from sweat and juice, It started peeling off. I've had this for about 2 weeks and the sticker is almost all the way gone. And it wasn't even a sticker. I thought that it was actually etched in, but it's not. So if you like to have your logos, everything, and like to display, ooh, I have a Vaporshark, stuff like that, just remember that the logo may come off on you. I'm not saying it will. Maybe I did something stupid, but mine came off. So I know it can come off. And it didn't harm anything. It's just, it started rubbing off. And, oh, there goes the rest of it. It's just there. And now it's not. You can see all the remnants are gone. Oh, you can see a little bit where it said Vapor. And it was really cool too. It was like in this blue and white. The Vapor was in blue and the shark was in white. The Vapor was in white and the shark was in blue, and then the DNA was in white. And it looked really cool. I thought it was a pretty neat design they had on there. But since it's zinc alloy, Vaporshark, etch that shit in. Laser etch that shit in. It'll make it last. It won't ever go away. Alright, enough about that. There are 2 screws right here. You can take those screws out, see what's inside. I haven't done that because I haven't had the need to. Yeah, that's the Vaporshark DNA. Let's go back to normal mode. Hey there again, folks. So yeah, that's the Vaporshark DNA. You can get it at Vaporshark.com. Right now they're on back order until December 4th, 2013. You can still order it. You can still place your order, pay for it and everything. And from my understanding, when I talked to Vaporshark about this, is as soon as they come off back order, they're going to ship them in chronological order of who ordered them first. How much is it going to cost you? Good question. It's going to cost you $169.99. Now, I know that seems like a lot for a mod when you can go out and buy an MVP V2 for $69.99. You can go out and buy an iTaste VTR for around $100 to $110. You can go out and buy a Tesla or any mechanical mod. If you want to buy a clone, you can get it super cheap, especially if you get it from Fast Tech. But that's not about this. This isn't about that. So, $169.99 just for funsies. Let's see. DNA 20 mod. Shopping. That's not gonna do it. Sure, let's try this one. Hannah mods. Hannah mods are running. It's not telling me. So why can't I find? Okay, let's do an actual search. Let's search for the Opus D from inhaler.com. The Opus D is going to run you $260. The Opus D blemished units, so the ones that contain imperfections only to the exterior, such as scratches, finishing flaws, and other blemishes, are still more expensive than the Vaporshark, coming in at $200 even, and that's from inhaler.com. there's a bunch more that we could go through, but from what I've seen, this is, if not the cheapest, one of the cheapest DNA 20 mods you can buy. That comes pre-made. It's a custom box made specifically for this device. It's not a Wii mode. It's not an Altoids box. It's not anything, an everyday box that you would just find laying around your house, made into a DNA. They took the time to machine these boxes specifically for this device, which I think is kind of cool. Good job on you, Vaporshark. So that's it. If you have any questions, message me. In the description there will be a link to the Vaporshark DNA. Also, there will be a link to a PDF specifically about DNA 20 boards. So if you're new to it, you can take a look at that. If you're having any questions about the DNA 20, just message me and we will get it resolved. There's a bunch of videos on DNA 20s. That's why I didn't spend too much time on the actual DNA 20 part. I wanted to get the review of the actual mod itself, the Vaporshark DNA, out there. But do I think it's worth it? Yes. I vape this every day now. This goes with me to work. It's so small. I don't have to worry about, you know, lugging a huge Tesla around or an MVP. And just so you can see the size comparison, it's significantly smaller than the MVP. The MVP without a tank is almost as tall as the DNA with a tank. It's definitely wider. It's definitely longer. And I'm talking about the MVP, not the Vaporshark. Yep. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. That's it. Vaporshark DNA, right here. Stay classy, YouTube. Lights up my whole face.